What's up, weirdos? It's Thursday again. I'm Christopher, and as always, I'm joined by...
I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Sarah.
And this podcast is for weirdos.
Before you start talking, a very, very important news for everyone involved. If you haven't noticed, this is episode 53, which means this is our 1-year anniversary. Happy birthday to the podcast. As a birthday present to the podcast, you should all make sure that you subscribe everywhere.
Yep. Make sure your friends are subscribed.
Make sure your friends are subscribed. Steal their phones. Subscribe to our stuff on their phones. Follow us on Instagram on their phone. Follow us on Instagram on your phone.
Send us a happy birthday today.
Send us a happy birthday. Send the podcast a happy birthday. The best birthday present ever would be everyone joining our Discord.
Yep.
and forcing your friends to subscribe to our content.
And forcing your friends to subscribe to our content.
Get
Also,
involved.
just like, you know what you should do? You should
Take comments on every one of our episodes.
leave comments on everything saying happy birthday podcast.
Yep, that'd be fun.
And then, you know what else you should do? You should go on YouTube. If you normally listen on Spotify, you should go on YouTube, mute your computer, play our podcast.
Leave it there.
You don't have to listen to it again if you don't want to. Just give us the plays on YouTube. Thank you. We love you. What are we talking about?
Christopher, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about aliens. So we're going to do a little bit of a 101.
I love a one-on-one.
We're going to just today we are just talking about the types of aliens.
Okay.
Today.
Does that imply there's more?
There will be. So I found this book at Half Price Books a few months ago, and I really like it.
I almost bought that book.
I think it's 1997 or 1998. 97. So it's a little bit dated. However, it's still full of really good information.
Yeah.
It is an excellent reference book for all things.
All things.
All things
UFO.
UFO.
And so, what kinds of aliens do y'all know about? Have y'all heard about?
I got grays.
Okay.
I got whatever the fuck the goblins technically are named that are probably, I don't think it's a gray.
I think I would classify them I'm looking at my notes and going,
I would classify the Hellier goblins as more gray than the Hopkinsville goblins, but
That's fair. The Hopkinsville goblins did sound like fucking freaks.
they're freaks.
I think that's the only, I don't know that I really, I mean, I know like generally what other kinds of aliens people talk about, like the blonde, the white aliens with the blonde hair that look like
People.
Scandinavians.
Yeah.
I you know what I mean? Like the weird aliens that Jason talked about when he got abducted via hypnosis that like floated and were tentacly. Like
Right.
I don't know what their names are. I just like they're
Right.
aliens.
Right.
That's what I have.
Okay.
I have the grays, which are also like conflated with little green men, which they're the same thing.
They're the same
usually. I know of like the blondes, like she said, which are the like Scandinavian looking motherfuckers.
Yep.
Are you counting Men in Black as an extraterrestrial entity in this
I
episode?
am.
Okay. I will say
we
Men
are
in Black.
talking about them.
But yeah, so I don't like, as somebody who is such a huge ufologist, I don't know a ton of different like alien types or extraterrestrial types. Do you talk about ultra-terrestrials? Like ultra-terrestrials are part
Yep.
of this, yeah?
We are
Okay.
talking about ultra-terrestrials.
So I would say
that is on the
ultra-terrestrials are
list.
ones
Okay,
that
well
you
then
also know.
I do also know. I
Yeah.
guess I just
Your
wouldn't-
brain was like, that's not an alien, but it kind of is.
It kind of is, but again, I wouldn't think to class any of that in that way because, like, you guys are also far more, especially when it comes to like ufology mixed with like conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both fall far further into the conspiracy theory bubble than I will ever.
Not in a like we believe them.
But like, you like to research
Right.
conspiracy theories.
Yes.
I do love conspiracy
Like,
theory.
you guys
I
really
love to think about them.
like you love to think about a
I
conspiracy.
like to sit and think.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't mind the mystery around a conspiracy theory,
Right.
but like I don't have the energy for all that.
Right.
Like,
Right. It's a lot of believing stuff. Like, to get to the end of a lot of conspiracy theories, to like get to the meat and potatoes of it,
Yep.
you do have to, like, for a brief period, believe a lot of insane stuff.
Oh yeah, like
I just don't.
Right, it's hard.
there's a lot that we're gonna talk about where it's like you just have to like go with it.
Right,
And
I'm here.
You just
I
have to be like,
I can
okay,
roll. We're
yeah.
fine. We can roll. I'm just. I'm gonna do a lot of.
Um,
I'm gonna go. Where do I need to ankle weight your balloons? What are we doing?
I am going
No,
to
let me fly.
preface this
Uh-huh.
with I have completely changed what I believe the phenomena is.
Oh, damn.
like at the core of our podcast, what the phenomena is.
Yes.
Chris has changed his
Right.
entire worldview because of this episode.
John Keel is maybe my enemy now.
Oh, no, my best friend.
I don't
We
like
gotta
some of
call-
the
we
things
have
that he had
to-
to say.
We have to
That's
call him
fair.
back on the death phone.
And call him back and be like, hey, what the
What
fuck
the
was
fuck,
that?
John?
I mean, you're allowed.
Yeah, I'm going to call him next time. We're going to call him. I'm going to ask him what drugs he was on.
Okay.
Call him on the death
Yeah. God damn. Okay. So I'm going to give us a list of what we're going to talk
Table
about.
of contents.
Table of contents.
Gimme.
So our table of contents, we're going in alphabetical order.
Gotcha.
Okay, that makes my brain better.
So these are not going to necessarily follow a through line
Right.
through each kind of alien.
Right. It was easier to just alphabetical it.
Yeah, it's easier to alphabetical it. So we are going to start with aeronauts.
Oh. Okay.
And then we're going to go to Etherians, extraterrestrial biological entities, also called EBAs. The EBE is the abbreviation.
Ebby.
It's spelled like Ebby, however, it's EBA.
Yeah.
Eba.
We're going to talk about fairies.
What?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about
Fairies like. Okay, I'm gonna hold off.
Like
That's fine.
folklore fairies, yeah.
yes, like we're going to talk a lot about folklore.
Hmm.
We are going to talk about hybrids. So alien human hybrids.
That's like what X-Files is about.
We're going to talk about Martians. We're talking about the Men in Black.
Yep.
Nordic beings.
That's the blonde.
The
ones.
blondes.
Those are the blondes. Star people. Ultra-terrestrials and Venusuvians.
Oh, how did I forget about
Is
Venusuvians?
Venusuvians like Mount Vesuvius?
No, from Venus.
Venus. They're like Venusians.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
So they're like Venusians is another thing that they're sometimes called. Venusuvians and Venusians.
okay.
So,
I'm
ready.
very excited. I'm.
so we're going to start with aeronauts.
Okay.
Aeronauts are one of the older concepts on this list.
Is that
Your
like,
spooky season sign is off because the power went out for a second.
Is that while Chris fixes that? Is aeronauts a la like 50s, 60s, like early ufology?
It's actually earlier than that. It's 1800s.
18.
It's 1800s ufology.
Okay.
So aeronauts were first kind of described in the 1800s, late 1800s, around the U.S. They were described in a bunch of newspapers as men, women, and children who laughed and sounded like people. They were seen.
I don't like pause. I hate that.
Okay, so they're just people.
They, as like, they are people. However,
Ooh, I love a however.
I don't like a how.
they were seen on and around airship like crafts.
Is it this
So-
is era of blimps, isn't it?
Yes.
Steam.
These
We've got some steampunk aliens.
Yeah, these are steampunk aliens.
Aliens.
They were definitely not actual airships.
They
Okay.
were UFOs.
They were
But airship was the word they had to describe what was happening.
correct.
So arrow,
So
like airship,
yeah,
Yeah.
aeronauts, because that's what they called airship pilots,
Yeah.
blimp pilots.
Yeah.
and just like astronauts, they
Right.
are people who go in the air. So these airship-like crafts were always seen, or were sometimes seen, not always, I'm sorry.
Always, constantly.
Sometimes seen with red and green lights on them, which is typical of
Airplanes.
Yeah.
airplanes. But most of them had spotlights on them too. So coming from the ship, a spotlight down. They were all about 150 to 200 feet long, and made of a light metallic material similar to aluminum, by descriptions. The aeronauts were always very friendly whenever people interacted with them.
Nice.
I miss friendly space people.
Right. There is a slight caveat to, like, there's something.
They're nice.
They're nice.
But
They did say some threatening shit. Not to or about the people that they were interacting with, but it's like, that doesn't seem great.
Is it kind of like the aerial school stuff of like, I didn't threaten you, but I did say that if Earth doesn't turn its shit around, the planet's gonna die?
Kind of. So there are a couple of accounts that actually happened like a week apart. In the late 1800s, I failed to write down the dates.
that's okay.
Because one massive failing of this fucking book is it never has years. It'll tell you what day it was. It was Tuesday morning,
Tuesday, 11 o'clock.
April the 2nd. It's like, what year? I don't know.
Is it?
That's one failing. What? Oh, yeah. It has an index.
Doesn't tell you the year in the index.
No.
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, don't be stupid. It's not telling you anything. I could have probably done some deeper digging, but I did not have time for that.
That's
Right.
okay.
Like, I spent hours on this, and it's not. Fuck this guy. But this instance that happened like a week apart. One was in. I wrote it down. Nebraska, and the other one was in Texas, and it was 9 days apart specifically.
Texas, we live there.
Mm-hmm. I think it was outside of Round Rock, I think.
Oh my God.
Mm.
We know people who live there.
Yeah. So in both instances, the ship was on the ground being maintained by the crew. And so the witness to the incident would go over and be like, "What are you doing? Where are you going? What's going on?" One of them even said, later was like, "Oh yeah, no, he told me where the ship was made. I just don't remember." It's like,
Right.
thank you, Steven.
Because it's something he'd never fucking heard before. It's not
Exactly.
like, oh yeah, it was Tampa. Like it's
Exactly. It's some nonsense, probably. And so, but in both cases, 9 days apart, the crew gave these two different men the exact same answer to, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" And exact word for word, "The craft is loaded with several tons of dynamite and is bound for Cuba."
Like around Cuban Missile Crisis time?
No, this is
Late
the 1800s.
1800s.
Not even close.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why?
Wild.
Why?
I don't know.
Of all the answers to give,
This ship is
loaded with
loaded
dynamite,
with dynamite
and headed for
and
Cuba.
bound for Cuba or headed for Cuba?
The craft is loaded with several tons of dynamite and is bound for Cuba.
That's odd.
It's very odd. And like, I know 1886 is when Cuba outlawed slavery, but like that's late 1800s. But like, again, I don't have a year for when
this was.
when
right.
this was. All I know is late 1800s. So I unfortunately cannot look further into it to be like, what was happening? What was going on
what
that
was going
week?
on in Cuba? And why would someone in Nebraska and someone else in Texas
care
care.
about that? Yeah.
especially if it's in the, like, I don't know. That's very odd.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that I don't feel really any type of way.
Right,
other
it's
than
just confusing.
confused.
Yeah.
Disconcerting.
Disconcerting, yeah.
Right. And it's one of those like weird disconcerting feelings because you're like, it's like when you find out a new detail about pre-Titanic and you're like, that's uncomfortable, but
Right,
it
it's
already
like-
happened. So
Like
I
it
guess
happened
Right,
I
it's
so
like I
like
can't
it
do
happened
anything
so long
about
ago, so you
it.
can't change it. But like it just feels like the what ifs feel yucky.
right,
That's
right.
weird. Yeah. It's just odd shit. A lot of the descriptions of their clothing was like maybe about 10 years previous. So like so aeronauts were always about 10 years behind whatever the fashion was.
So kind of like Black Eyed Kids.
Yeah.
In that kind of sense of
It's
like,
like you're a little bit off.
you're just not quite
yeah.
right.
Ethereans.
Ethereans.
Ethereans are first described in the summer of 1947 by the Borderland Sciences Research Associates, the BSRA, founded by N. Mead Lane and Mark Probert.
Okay.
Lane does a lot of the heavy lifting in this group. Mark Probert is a trance medium, and so like the two of them have created this
Gotcha.
together.
You said what year?
47.
Okay, Roswell.
You said
Yes,
trance medium, right?
trance medium. Correct. Yeah. They state that flying saucers, the flying saucers that people had seen that summer, because it seems like there was a big flap that summer.
There was
a lot of
huge
people
flap that summer, yeah.
saw all sorts of shit. But yeah, so we would call it a flap. It was a sharp increase of activity over
in 47.
In
yeah.
47.
47
yeah.
of specifically like flying saucers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sightings
so
and shit.
yeah. So the BSRA and Lane specifically coined the term ether ships that were being piloted by Ethereans.
Okay.
And so the theory of this, the working theory here is there is the etheric world and there is our world, and they coexist and interpenetrate. So like they exist kind of same plane.
To use the word penetrate.
Yeah. And so an odd fourth dimensional,
Kind of like your bubble situation that we
Right.
talked about in
In
Mandela
Mandela
effect.
effect.
right. And so
Very similar.
yeah, like our reality, the etheric world has all of the same features, stars, planets, etc. But so the duo of Lane and Probert claim that Ethereans are highly advanced and benevolent.
Okay.
And that how they interact with us is that they lower their vibrational rate to enter our realm.
Okay.
And so that, to me, lines up with a lot of the way that, like, the Hellier crew thinks about ultra-terrestrials.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not sure if they've necessarily heard about Ethereans, because I hadn't heard about Ethereans.
Right.
Lane believes that people who claim to have interacted with Venusuvians actually interacted with Ethereans. So a lot of these different concepts and like different types of aliens, this is a huge Venn diagram.
Right.
Everything connects and nothing connects.
Right. And it's one of those like all of these realistically could be any of the other things presenting themselves in a different way.
Right. Because like,
So-
yeah, it's like if the
'Cause, like,
thing
those-
isn't
those-
physical,
Right.
then it can be anything.
Right. And the ones that we just talked about that I already have forgotten the names
The
of.
Hopkinsville or the
No,
the
ones
aeronauts.
The aeronauts 100% could be these Ethereans because these are described as being benevolent, and the aeronauts were described as being chill and like happy and go lucky
Yeah.
and very
Very like,
nice.
yeah, I don't care.
So
Whatever,
that
we'll
those,
chat.
Those could be the same thing, just different names for the same thing.
Exactly. Like a lot
same,
of these,
same but different.
Right.
A
Which
lot
is
of-
how we talk about a lot of the phenomena. It's like it's just different names for the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of these are same but different.
Yeah.
There are some that it's like, oh, that sticks out and that's weird.
Yeah.
But whatever. So somebody who followed Lane and Probert's work was Trevor James Constable.
That's a good
Constable.
name.
Yeah. And so Constable's view of the Etherians was much closer to what Keel's view of the ultra-terrestrials were.
Okay.
Constable worked through a lens of fear and paranoia and claimed that they are of the Antichrist.
Oh.
So he claimed that these entities from other planets are likely to be servants of darkness.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They are servants of the Dark Lord.
But so he changed his tune to this darker view of the Etherians after he made repeated psychic contact with these Etherians.
The old white spaceman?
The old white spaceman.
The old white spaceman.
He called them angels of light.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing at all.
Nope. He shut them out after he decided, I think these could be bad. I think this might be bad, actually.
So he
and
just decided it's bad.
he decided it was bad and that they were
It
dangerous.
sounds like he took a bad trip without a friend to the other side.
Correct.
So
Angels of Light sounds like the nicest thing you could see.
Right.
I mean,
but it seems like as he got to know these angels of light better, he said, I
Yes.
think you're trying to hurt me, actually.
Oh, that's fair.
Because he says very specifically that the Etherians are dangerous and will lead to their human victims' destruction.
oh,
Goodness.
Right.
a lot.
Which is a lot.
my goodness.
That's dangerous. That's scary.
Danger?
I don't think that that's true, though. I think he's lying.
Yeah, I think he just got scared.
I think he just.
I think he had a bad
I
contact episode, and maybe it was something presenting itself as Etherians.
Or even just like he psychically like maybe he was pretending to psychically contact them for a while, and then they actually were like James, which is not his first name,
Trevor.
Constable, which is funny because that's also a title. We're here to talk, and he was like, they're scary and bad.
Yeah. He also could have scared himself because like
Scare yourself, scare others.
there were a couple
Scare
of
yourself, scare others.
like days that I worked on these notes. And like one of the nights I like tucked myself into bed and I was like, I think I'm afraid now.
Actually, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Which again, like
Mom,
we've talked about
can you
this. It's
come
a
get me?
Yeah.
totally. Mom, can you come get me? They're doing drugs. This is like a totally normal. Fear is a totally normal and natural response
I
when you are
think-
To
engaging
weird
with
shit.
this.
I think
Yeah.
perhaps Mr. Constable may have overheated his fear oven, and his
He-
fear pie got burnt.
He burnt
Yeah.
his fear pie a little
He
bit.
burnt his
Bit.
fear pie, and then he went to the hard right of over Christianizing it to make himself feel better because religion will protect you.
Yeah.
Except that religion won't protect you all. It can, and it will to some extent, but it will not. It is not always the answer. In that regard,
Yep.
There most
when you're psychically attaching it, like contacting something, religion can only do so much.
Yeah.
like people need to stop over making their fear pies.
They do, and
Like
and,
that's a problem.
And you need to accept that you're allowed to be scared of something, and that not make that thing bad.
right.
Yeah,
Like
can
you
be
can be afraid of something, and it may not make that thing evil.
Exactly.
It's
like
just scary.
I am afraid of roller coasters. I don't like roller coasters. They're not evil. I just don't like them,
Right.
and they're scary to me.
fear
Right.
is an inherent protective feature of your brain. It
Right.
does not
a
mean
good
that
thing.
something is bad.
Right.
Right. Like I'm scared of there being a shark in my pool. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get in the pool. I'm also
There's
not scared
not.
of sharks.
Yeah. There's
So
not.
I said my pool like I have a pool. Every pool actually has a
Every
shark
pool
in
is
it.
your pool.
Every pool is my pool, and also every pool has a shark in it at all times, even when I'm in it, and I'm still scared that there's going to be a shark in it, which is hilarious because I am not scared of sharks. Anyway, like being scared of something doesn't inherently make that thing bad.
Exactly.
Like again, I am scared that there is a shark in every pool that I get in. I am also not afraid of sharks.
Yeah.
Like if I go in the ocean, I know there are sharks there, and that's not scary for me.
Yeah,
but the
that's
concept
fine.
of a shark being in a pool is more of a, like that poor shark.
And it's
gonna
wrong.
It's gonna be lashing out because it's not supposed to be here, and it's upset and sad.
Yeah.
and scared.
It's a sad shark.
Yeah,
It's not
anyway.
supposed to be here. It doesn't like
Well,
it.
Fear does not inherently make something evil.
Yep.
And Mr. Constable seems to have had a bad trip to
Yeah.
the other side.
It's just a bad time.
So we're gonna.
He
move.
called the
Oh,
wrong death phone.
Yeah,
He called the wrong.
he got the wrong number.
It may have been a missed connection. The
Yep.
operator put him through to the wrong guy.
Mhm.
Maybe
The
the
part-
operator put him through to
act-
Satan.
actually, I think he picked up a party line and didn't realize who all he could have been talking to.
Yeah, he was calling too many people at once.
Yeah.
He was trying to get John Keel, and he instead got Satan himself.
Yeah.
Um,
Oops.
Bye.
So next we're gonna talk about extraterrestrial biological entities.
Yeah.
For the rest of the episode, I'm calling them EBAs.
Eba.
Because it that's like in the book. It was like this is how you pronounce it. It's EBA.
Eba.
Good job. So
Like from Wally.
yeah. So EBA is a term that came out of governmental paperwork.
Right. It's like
Um,
fucking calling them UAPs.
Yeah.
We will never.
No. UAP.
Wap.
Um,
Wapology. That's stupid. We have a perfectly good word. It's ufology.
Yep. So in all of the descriptions, it is. They seem to be what we colloquially call the Greys.
Okay.
They all have kind of the same general description, same as Hopkinsville, really.
Yeah.
Weird, creepy, long arms, gray skin, bad.
Kind of. I guess.
Weird
Okay.
long arms, gray skin, bad.
The weird long arms, big hands, not part of this.
Big eyes,
With the,
weird
like,
head.
big pointy chin, round head, almond eyes,
Yeah. So,
2 foot tall.
Linda Moulton of
Hi, Linda.
Spelled,
HBO.
Spelled correctly?
Linda Linda.
Not
Wrong.
spelled correctly.
Or Linda Moulton Howe.
Oh,
Howe with an E at the end.
good.
She was with HBO,
Uh-huh.
and in the 80s, in April 1983, she got to go and talk to and interview government
An
agents.
EBA?
No.
You found one?
I was like, she went to Area 51 and got the one EBA?
She went to somewhere and got shown documents. She could not take any
Right.
pictures or
No,
anything.
of course not.
But she did like lock some of it up in her brain because she had made one like UFO kind of documentary in earlier 80s, and HBO was like, we like you, we want you to do another one.
Ooh.
And so one day I want to track it down, and
I wonder if it's still on HBO.
it
Did
might
you
be.
look?
I did not.
Oh, we can look as soon as we are done.
Yeah, we can look at it. And so the description on the paperwork that she got to see described the EBAs as 3.5 to 4 feet tall,
Little guys.
gray-skinned,
Yeah.
hairless, with oversized heads, large eyes, and no noses.
Yep.
The guys.
The guys. It's the
It's
good.
that
It's
guy.
Ralph.
It's that guy. It's Ralph. My
It's-
son.
it's the
well,
guy.
he has a nose. Ralph has a nose. Ralph is an odd one. He's got a little
But
nosy.
see, he's green. He doesn't have a nose.
Right. He's that guy,
Yeah.
but he's green, so he's wrong in that regard.
Yeah.
No nose. We've got Ralph behind me who has a nose and is honestly a cutie.
He's a cutie. But, like, I feel like Ralph is pretty accurate to,
He's
like...
pretty perfect. He's got the
uh,
like long spindly fingers.
Yep.
That's usually part of that.
It's the.
And he's roughly about the right size.
Yeah, we've got him at the right height
Yep.
to be peeking.
Don't ever grow legs, Ralph. I'll scream.
Yeah.
Don't grow a body. Like right now,
Don't
he's,
grow anything.
he's a
Don't
head-
grow.
He's a head and one arm. Yeah, stay there. Exactly like that.
If you ever blink, I'm out.
Hey,
We added
watchers,
in him blinking.
if you see him move, tell us.
You should tell us immediately.
And tell us the time code of when it happens.
Yeah.
Just say, oh my God, Ralph blinked in this episode. Tell us when.
Tell us when.
So we can prove it.
But so in this document that Linda got to read,
Right.
said that EBAs had been interacting with humans for many thousands of years, have had a hand in human evolution, shaped religious belief, and are from a close solar system, but not ours.
Okay.
So at both Roswell crashes in 1947 and 1949, there were EBAs at both.
Yep.
Only one of them survived, and I don't remember which crash that
It's
was.
the first one.
But so
Allegedly, it's the first one.
allegedly, a lot of this is allegedly.
Right. We for this whole episode, just assume that Kris is saying allegedly before
There's
every
one
sentence.
big allegedly. So the one live EBA
Yes.
got taken to Los Alamos National Laboratory to live in a safe house.
Correct.
I've
I've been there.
sick.
The
not,
safe
not
house?
to the laboratory, but I've been to Los Alamos and I drove around.
Yeah. God, can I see anything?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Mm-hmm. You best believe my ass got out of that fucking car.
Yeah.
At the gate to Los Alamos and was like,
Hello. So they later named it EBA, spelled EBE. And
Neba.
EBA befriended one of the Air Force officers who was later involved in a different case called the Holloman case, which we should look into later.
Oh, I never heard of that.
I don't know. The apparent
So how do I not know this about this EBA?
allegedly.
Allegedly.
So this Air Force officer, at a later date, was at a predetermined location where there was supposed to be
Another
a
EBA?
landing
Oh, neat.
to meet those
Eva's friends.
entities.
To meet Eva's cousins.
Yeah, I guess.
The family's coming to
No
town.
idea. I didn't look too far into it, other than this is the name of the case, and that is generally what happened.
My mama and them are coming.
Yeah, my mom and them are coming for dinner. Can you take me to this place and we can go pick them up from the airport?
It sounded like the Holloman case happened after Eba had passed away.
Oh no!
Eba's
family was coming to find them,
Right.
And they were dead.
So Eba
Eba.
lived at Los Alamos for 3 years.
Oof, that's not very long.
Right.
Well, we don't know how old they were.
Right. We have no idea. Maybe it was an old alien.
It was grandma.
It was an old man.
Oh, it was Grandma.
Grandma. Mima.
Mima Eba.
Grandma got ran over by a UFO.
Yep. And so we do have Eba's alleged death date of June 18th, 1952.
Oh, well, if Eba lived in Los Alamos for 3 years, then
So
that
that
was
would've
from
been
the
the second
47 the
crash.
49 crash, yeah.
So Eba would later be called Eba 1 colloquially
Right.
because
It's now a species of alien.
now there's Eba 2 and Eba 3 who have also both lived at the same safe house in Los Alamos.
Fuck Los Alamos, why wasn't this in your museum?
At least at the time of the writing of this book,
Which was in 97?
97, allegedly Eba 3 was still alive.
So
So,
it's been 28 years.
right. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's an Eba 4.
Eba 3,
Send us an email.
if you are listening, email us.
So that's it for Ebas.
That's it for
So
Eba.
we're potentially up to Eba, I don't know, 7.
Right.
If it's
Who
been
knows?
if it's been 28 years and we were up to Eba 3. Yeah?
Eba, contact us.
Eba, if your name is Eba, okay. So next we're gonna talk about fairies.
Am I gonna be mad about this?
I don't think so.
They talk about this in Hellier, about the possibility of fairies being
You're right.
aliens.
You're right.
I have a big skeptic cap on for fairies.
Like in general or in this context?
In this context.
Okay.
Because I'm like yes and no on
Okay,
this.
that's
so because of the way specifically like Western fairy lore has been like passed down and like recorded, it's like I'm not sure if I believe that.
That's fair.
Big
Before you even say anything
Yeah.
about fairies, can I say a thing
Yeah.
about fairies?
Yes.
And why I am like on board with the idea of fairies being aliens.
Absolutely.
So I'm also on board with the idea of fairies just being human people in folklore that happened. Because specifically in Irish folklore, the Tuatha Dé Danann, which are the like original people who lived in Ireland, which are the fair folk, they are the fae, the fairies. They were like chased out into the ethereal by humans coming into Ireland. And that to me very much feels like, oh, there were like before people living on this island, and then people moved in, and those before people had to leave, and they went into a different realm, which to me sounds like, oh, it could have been extraterrestrials of some kind who've been living on Earth for a long time, and they were like, oh, we can sequester ourselves to this island because the people around here don't have really access
They
to
don't
get
come
to
here.
us. They like can't get here. And then the people get there and they're like, well, fuck. And then they get back on their spaceships and go back home.
Yeah.
Or poof back into whatever dimension they're from. So that's why I'm like, do I think that that's necessarily true? No. But is it something that I'm like, I could see why people think that?
Oh, yeah.
Of
Like-
the folklore, like I can see that. I buy that way more than I buy like fucking Egyptian ancient aliens. Like I'd buy that fairies are
100%.
aliens 100%.
Yeah. Like there isn't enough fairy lore that matches with like alien lore
Right.
that most people discredit.
Right.
And it's old enough that people are like, I don't know.
Right.
So there are similarities in the lore.
Right.
We have strange floating lights, abductions to otherworldly places, and like these strange human-like entities that are just off.
Yeah.
And so there's a collection of pre-1800 fairy stories that have odd similarities to modern UFO and alien stories. We have Giraldus Cambrensis. He tells a tale of green fairy children that appeared from the underground fairy world.
Oh.
Okay. Feels
Right.
hellier.
And so this is the only place in this entire book that I found any green description
Oh, neat.
of any sort of weird thing.
That one news reporter called the Hopkinsville Goblins green, and that
Fucked it up
became
for
a
everybody.
whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, like this one fairy story said they're green fairy children.
Huh.
But like, I don't know, could have been the fucking lighting, could have been whatever that made
Coming
these
from the
weird
caves, looking fucking weird.
Yeah, could have been if there is like a phosphorescence, like we
be a
talked
nursery.
with. Could be a nursery. If there is like some sort of phosphorescence that happens,
Right.
like it could appear greenish. I don't know. I'm like this conversation we're having right now is putting the
Tinfoil
believer
hat
hat on. But so in this green fairy children's story, Elidurus was a boy who visited the
green fairy children.
underground fairy world.
Where these fairy
This
children
feels.
lived.
Yes.
I know it's probably gonna come more later with the Venesuvians.
Edidorpa.
It feels very Edidorpa.
I don't talk about Edorpa.
Not with the Venusians?
Nope.
The Venesuvians? Wild.
Yep.
Anyway, Edidorpa.
We have a lot we can dig into outside of this.
So this is a 101.
Yeah.
And all of these could have their own episodes.
Oh,
like,
100%.
truly.
Like we
I
can
just- it
dig
just-
into
just
these
the, like,
heavy.
And
phrasing.
you listener should expect us to.
Yeah.
The just the phrasing of it feels similar to the bones of the Edidorpa story.
Yeah.
Right. It is very similar of the like going underground into another world where there are
Yeah.
weird beings.
Mhm.
Edidorpa.
So one thing from this little boy's story that is very odd that like lines up with a lot of abductee stories is that the sky in this underground world was bright, as if there was a sun,
Right.
but there was no sun. There was no light source, but the whole sky was bright.
Yeah.
Which sounds a lot like a lot of the abductee stories where it's like, and I was in a room and everything was bright.
Yeah,
but
like bright white. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a couple of actual fairy tales
Right.
that sound similar to UFO stories. So there is an eyewitness report from the Isle of Man pre-1800
Okay.
that on his way home, he saw a circle of supernatural light with a great crowd of little beings smaller than Tom Thumb and his wife.
Oh, itty bitty.
Itty bitty.
Itty bitty.
That's crazy.
Itty bitty.
And he talks about them moving around almost like troops drilling. So like they're in lines. They're
preparing the invasion.
They're preparing. Very tiny invasion.
We're coming to get you.
Yep.
It's like it's like the in Night of the Museum 2.
Take me yes.
When Octavius is riding the squirrel and trying to run across the Smithsonian's yard.
Yep.
And he's like, it's like,
we'll get there one day.
And it pans out and you can't hear anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And he pans back in. Like it's like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna hit my thing that I said a second ago again, just because I laughed really hard. Take me to your leader.
Yeah. Okay. Take them in your little hand.
That's what they sound like.
Yeah.
They sound like cartoon babies.
So there are a lot of Irish stories about, particularly like in Ireland, like the burial mounds, like the ancient burial mounds,
Cairns, yeah.
rising with light underneath them and fairies dancing beneath.
Huh, crazy.
Right. Which is like, I wonder.
I wonder what that is. That sounds similar.
Sounds similar to, I don't know, I guess a party happening under UFO. And that people who joined in those dances and the festivities would experience a supernatural lapse of time in fairyland. Sometimes
they
amounting,
lose time?
Yeah, they lose time. Sometimes amounting to 40 years.
Whoa!
Yeah. But
sorry, I
this
didn't
is
come
also
to work. I was taken by the Fae for 40 years.
It's like, hey, I just showed back up. So there's an English fairy tale of a man who also one night he was going home and he happened upon a fairy party. And so he was just observing this fairy party. He was still on his way home. He was just like, what are they doing over there? And he just kind of like stopped and stood there for a minute. And when the fairies noticed that he was watching, they hurried up a ladder that stretched from the ground to a cloud, pulled up the ladder, and closed the cloud.
There's an episode of Doctor Who like that.
Yep.
where he just like, and a ladder comes down from the TARDIS, which is like in the sky.
Yep. Like it's very that.
And the Doctor is notoriously an alien.
Uh-huh. He is an alien. He's got two hearts.
He is.
So there are some like anthropologists that have kind of looked into like UFO lore versus fairy lore,
Yeah.
and for the most part there isn't enough overlap
Right.
in most stories for them to be like, yeah, this is
100%
the same thing
this is
but like
this.
back then.
Yeah.
Like there's a handful of things like the stories that we just went over that is like, oh yeah, that's weird. That does
That's a
sound like
weird
UFO shit.
overlap, yeah.
But for the most part, there isn't an overlap. But I will say that one of the researchers had something very interesting to say in that they're claiming that the different cultural contexts inform how these beings could project themselves to us.
Okay.
And so if the framework of fairies already exists, can use that to communicate the same thing.
Right.
We've talked about similar concepts before.
Right. They're going to use the language that you know.
Yeah. And so the phenomena of a chameleon-like character shapes the object's appearance of the occupants and reported statements and whatever are a projection
Right.
of what the viewer can understand.
Right. It's like we want to get our message across, so we're going to appear to you in a way that you can understand.
Yeah. And so this researcher actually kind of claims the opposite, where they're like, UFOs and aliens are actually just fairies. Not fairies are aliens.
Aliens are fairies.
Aliens are fairies.
Fairies were first.
It's the
aliens
same
were
shit.
second.
Yeah. It's the same shit, just in a new context.
It is the updating of the
The
phenomena.
Yes. Specifically, I really liked this quote. So, Valley claims that this phenomena may fit into a specific folkloric purpose that creates a modern mythology to give our technological age its Olympus, its fairyland, or its Valhalla, because many observations of UFO phenomena appear self-consistent and at the same time irreconcilable with scientific knowledge. A logical vacuum has been created that the human imagination tries to fill with its own fantasies, which I really liked. I was like, I think it is very interesting because this, like, alien lore is a cultural zeitgeist. What I imagine living in ancient Rome or ancient Greece would have been like, where it's like, yeah, we know about the gods.
Yeah.
It's those guys.
Right. It's like ghosts in ancient Sumeria,
Yeah.
Mesopotamia.
And so I think it is super interesting to think about, where it's like, it could just be an updating of the phenomena in that it's like a...
Fairies are not aliens. Aliens are fairies.
Right. Aliens are fairies, and like the old gods are also fairies, and they're also aliens.
Right.
And we're just looking at the same sphere from different angles.
We're looking at the same circle.
Yeah. But like this researcher in their research very much waffles back and forth
Yeah.
on whether or not the phenomena is of the human mind or if it is non-human in origin.
Okay.
So is it a vacuum within our own like knowledge
Right.
that is creating something to fill that vacuum?
Right.
Or is there something actually happening that everybody is
experience.
experiencing and coming up with reasons why it makes sense?
I think it's option B.
I like both options.
Yeah.
But a lot of this person's critics are like, they're picking and choosing which fairy tales they're looking at. And there are too many that don't fit the
Both sets of phenomena.
right. So
Right. Like not all UFO lore that exists can be paired with a fairy tale that exists.
exactly. And
It is
so
a new thing.
the
sometimes.
author of this book, Jerome, I have a quote from him because I thought it summed up this pretty well.
Yeah.
The most obvious intersection is in the belief that fairies, like UFO occupants, are mostly small in size, though there are no ufological equivalents to brownies, banshees. This next one, I think there is one now with our broader understanding.
Oh, okay.
Mine goblins, fairy animals, merfolk, selkies, or any number of the varied entities and behaviors associated with them cataloged in, for example, Briggs, an encyclopedia of fairies.
Right.
But like, I think one thing that we do have now is we have mind goblins.
Yeah.
Like we talked with the Kelly Hopkinsville case. Like
I
those
think,
could be critters living in that cave.
well,
That
and I think especially with that, if it is with that case, with the tangent to Hellier, all of that stuff, Greg and Dana talk about their voyage to Brown Mountain, which is a known high ufological activity
Brown
site.
Mountain lights.
And I don't remember if you guys remember. I'm sure you do. They show in Hellier 1 the like slab in Brown, or maybe it's Hellier 2.
It's Hellier 1. It's when they're at Brown Mountain.
They're at Brown Mountain, and it's that like
the door.
The door.
Yeah, the
that
door.
closed
Right.
over a cave
They've
because they were
closed-
going to go into the cave because the psychic told them that there was an entrance to an alien cave base, and they went to go in it, and it was fucking covered by a
stone.
slab,
Like a
that looked
perfect
intentionally placed.
Like it
Yeah.
looked different than the rest of the stone in the cave, and like anyway, I think updating like a mind goblin, in Hellier they're talking about they're coming out of the caves.
They're coming out of the caves. They're coming out of the mines.
They're coming out of the
Yeah.
mines. Like I think that is very, very much if we're talking about this potential updating of a phenomena kind of thing, or
Yeah.
we do have an overlap of
we
mind
have an
goblins.
open.
Yeah, it's like
'cause
we
it's
now
like-
have an
it's like-
overlap because
you know,
like
they call them Tommy
Tommy
knockers
knockers.
or whatever, what have you. We don't know how to describe them, and now they're these weird gray frog things coming out of the mines.
especially in Appalachia,
yeah.
Yeah,
which was settled by
Irish
people, Welsh people, and Scottish people. It was settled by Celts.
Yeah.
So-
there's a lot of fairy lore that transitions with that.
So
Yeah,
it's
like
just
the Tommy knockers.
It's just an interesting. I was not trying to like disagree with your theory or like
Right.
what you're saying. It's just an interesting like the web. The web is webbing.
Yeah.
The
Like
web.
this whole fairy section, I'm waffling on it. I'm
I
like,
don't
yeah,
know. I don't know that I believe it. I can draw. There are conclusions that can be drawn. I do agree.
I can move the red string around on that board.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't-
that's a board
Exactly.
where I can connect the red strings.
but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think you can connect every red string,
No,
Yeah.
and I think that's okay.
but I can connect dots.
Yeah.
I can draw a straight line between 2 points.
Exactly. So we're now going to move on to hybrids with people.
X-Files.
Makes
Yeah.
me
So
comfy.
I kept this on the shorter side because we'll probably talk a little bit more about them whenever we get to, I think, probably Aliens 103. I'm looking at me in the future when hopefully we talk about like abductees and contactees.
Right.
But all of the stories that I found about hybrids with people really upsetting, and I didn't like them.
Right.
Tell me about the hybrid babies
Tell me about the hybrid babies.
So,
that make me uncomfortable.
yeah, no, okay.
this is the entire plot of X-Files.
So I'm going to. This is a for the camera, and you're probably gonna have to record a bit to put in right here
Okay.
of what time that this conversation will be over, because this conversation is going to have themes of sexual assault,
Right.
and rape,
Right.
in conjunction with abductee stories.
Yeah.
So if that's not something you want to listen to, skip to this time.
Yeah. The time will
Roughly.
be on the screen. Unfortunately, because of how editing works, we can't at the end of saying it.
We'll make an audible commentary when it's like if you were skipping.
It's over when it's over.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. Keep fast forwarding.
Yep. Okay. So a lot of female abductee stories and male, but they're like male and female abductee stories that have to do with stories of a sexual nature. There is often a collection of
Something.
bodily fluids.
Yep.
The reproductive juices.
Yep. Gross. Yeah, no, like there's no not nasty way to talk
Right,
about
because
this.
this is horrible.
And we're all like half smiling because we're so uncomfortable in
like,
the room right now.
The energy that we've created in the room is bad.
Yeah.
We
But
need to go scrub our hands with the salt after this.
yeah. In these after these abductions, women reported having pregnancies that would self-terminate, and then shortly after the termination of those pregnancies, they would be re-abducted and shown children that they would see and know and understand were theirs.
Yeah.
They would often they would be visibly hybridized, where it's like, that doesn't quite look human, but
Right.
it's not whatever else is here either.
Right.
And so sometimes those abductions, like reabductions, would happen a couple times. And so they would see snapshots of this child growing up.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
I'd rather just not know.
Yeah. And so, like, there was no verbal communication with these abductees at all, ever.
Like, I think I'd want the one time just to know that I wasn't crazy and there was, like,
Yeah.
something happened.
I don't want the one time. I don't want to
Right.
have had the baby.
Exactly. Like, but, like, they don't have the baby.
Right.
Like, they are pregnant week, 2 weeks.
Right.
Like, they're not pregnant for long term, where they would
Be able to know or show
Expel-
or anything.
Yeah.
any fetal tissue.
Right.
And so, like, they would be encouraged to, like, interact with these hybrids. Some of them not there. Some of them were shown, like, what is very obviously like a nursery, where it's like, there's a lot of babies here. It's not just my baby.
Not just my baby that's here.
Right.
There's
There's
several-
more babies
There's
here.
lots of animal. I almost said animal-human hybrid. Alien-human hybrids here.
Yeah. And so, like, there's never verbal or psychic communication between these women and the aliens or the hybrids.
So they don't talk.
There's no talking. There is an understanding that the women have, where they're like, that's my baby.
Right.
But I think that's a maternal bond instinct, not a
Not a communication, not a psychic.
Yeah, I don't think
anything.
it's not like a telepathic communication. It's a
Right.
it's a knowing that this is your
It's
child.
like when I look at my dog and I know that I bore that from my body.
Yep.
That's my son.
That's your son.
or yeah, it's just like that. Like I know this is of me.
Yeah, I know this is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like inherent instinct. That
It's like
you
when
have.
a mom goes and looks at a bunch of babies in a nursery at the hospital and is like, that one's mine.
That one's mine.
Without seeing a name on it. Like, you just know. You know
know.
what your baby is. Even though they all look squishy and weird and the same.
Yep. Some women even discuss seeing, like, essentially large test tubes with, like,
I would like to
what
not.
seems like a fetus in there growing.
Please stop.
So, like, there's all sorts of odd stories.
I need you to quit saying odd shit.
Yeah, I'm about to. Unless we have more comments, like, that's
nope.
all
I'm
I've
done.
got.
I'm done.
'Kay.
I'm done with this conversation.
It's over. What's
It's
next?
over.
It's over. If you were fast forwarding to get out of the alien hybrid stuff, it's over now.
Yep.
So now is the end.
Now is the
I'm
end.
going to keep saying that section is over so you can hear it if you're hitting the 15-second forward button on Spotify. You've reached the end. It's
That's
now
the end.
The end of the alien human hybrid section is now. I think we talked long enough to get the
I hope
full
so.
end of that.
You will have caught it at some point where it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
No more.
No more.
Okay.
What's next?
So we're going to talk about Martians next.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. Like the Looney Tune.
This
Marvin
sounds
the
like
Martian.
Marvin Martian or Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love Martian Manhunter.
John Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, with two Z's.
So, Martians.
Martian.
Allegedly from Mars.
Oh my gosh.
Are
they green?
Nope.
Why are both of the Martian? Wait.
No,
is
Marvin the Martian.
green?
Marvin the Martian is like black.
He's black. He has a green helmet.
He has a green helmet.
You actually don't ever see what his head
Looks
looks
like.
like.
He has a green helmet.
I feel
John
like
Jones is green.
He is green.
Martian Manhunter is green.
I feel like
niece is white.
Does Daffy Duck in one of the movies take Marvin's helmet off?
I don't remember.
Maybe.
But I feel like that's just eyeballs. I don't feel like he has a head.
I think
I
he's
don't
not
remember.
green. He's not green.
He's
not
not green.
green.
He is like because he wears like a kilt.
He wears it.
It's like a Roman skirt almost,
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I was like,
like a
It's
gladiator
a battle skirt.
for me, it always read as like, he's wearing fence.
slats.
Like slats of wood. That's a fence.
He's wearing a fence slat dress.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I have to look him up.
So, Martians have basically been debunked.
Right.
The concept of Martians and like beings being from Mars started with, so the theories of Martians, I didn't write down the original guy's name because I'm dumb.
You're not dumb. Be nice to my friend.
But so he was looking at Mars,
Looking at it
through
through a telescope. Nice.
and observed what he
I know this.
associated as canals.
Yep.
A highly like structured system of canals.
He was like, I see a city.
Yeah, like, well, he didn't see city anymore. He just saw canals.
He saw canals, and he went city.
There had to have been a city there.
There were people there.
And so it created this thought of like there had to have been a very civilized people who were there, and like with the dying of the planet and the degradation of their atmosphere, moved underground, I guess. And they adapted to have like lower gas concentrations that they needed to like survive. And so like they went from like a thriving civilization to like they are scraping by underground.
I love
somehow.
this, actually.
Yeah.
I know it's been debunked, but I do love it.
Yeah, but so this theory was super popular from 1877 to 1908.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it was debunked by Percival Lowell.
Hi, Percival.
Percy.
Because he heard this, like a rich philanthropist went, I don't fucking believe that shit.
He went, I'm going to get someone with a telescope that's my little court jester, and I'm going to pay him a lot of money to look at Mars for a long time.
No,
you're wrong.
He did it.
Oh, cute.
He went, hi, Harvard, can I borrow a really high-powered telescope? And they were like, yeah, sure.
You're like, sure, you have money. You can pay us if you break it.
Yeah, and so he brought it down to Flagstaff, Arizona, and established the Lowell Observatory, named it after himself. It is a very popular, it's very cute,
Yeah.
very nice area. But so he debunked it with Harvard's telescope in Arizona.
Cool. At his place that he built.
Yep.
The
Is it
observatory
still
that he
an
made.
active observatory?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can go there.
Does it have a better telescope now?
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know if they have the original that like they got loaned by Harvard or whatever.
So
would be
what is
cool.
it?
It would be neat.
How did he? What research did he do to debunk it? Just stared at Mars
He
until
he looked at Mars for a really long time.
And he went, those aren't actually canals.
He said there's actually nothing that looks like canals up there at all.
That guy who was looking at him was just stupid.
Yeah, that guy just like had worms in his eyes or something. Like holy shit. So that's it for Martians.
Okay.
Aw, that's not enough.
All right, so that's going to be part 1 of Aliens 101. We'll resume next week. See you then. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is for weirdos.
Are you a weirdo?
Thursdays are for the phenomena.